Libra, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are sort of looking at positive and negative energy going on around you at this time. Okay, so the positive stuff to look out for, the negative stuff to look out for, and sort of how to overcome those negatives. Okay, so it's all coming through very interestingly so far this week. But we are using the Terra Lenormand to look at the positive energy. I do have the red hand Lenormand for the more negative energies. I also have here the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Okay, some things we might need to overcome, as well as the True Love Oracle, brand new Oracle deck I've got here, and it is gorgeous. Okay, so that is an Oracle deck by Belinda Grace. Okay, so it's absolutely gorgeous. I do recommend it. I've only had it for a few days, and I already am absolutely in adoration of that deck. We'll have a look when the cards come out. I'll show you those illustrations, and they are beautiful. Okay, but getting into your reading today, Libra, I'm going to draw the positive energy coming through for you first. Okay, positive energy going on around Libra, please. Positive energy this week for Libra. And I will draw the negative energy as well. Just sometimes we are seeing a flow through. Let's have a look. Negative energy around Libra this week, please. Negative energy around Libra this week. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty straightforward, separate to other energy. So we'll get started on the positive energy, Libra. We do firstly have the bear energy, okay? So this is actually super positive in this sense of you being very well protected at this time. So I do feel as though for some of you, this is actually talking about somebody around you, whereas for others of you, this is you standing in your own power, being quite strong and firm with your boundaries this week, which is lovely to see, Libra. I do sort of love that bear energy. A lot of the time it is a very strong, powerful energy. And if that's you standing in your own power, that's beautiful. Okay, but it is a very protective, sort of nurturing energy as well. It's kind of like that energy of don't poke the bear because the bear bites. Okay, so don't not letting people get too close to set you off this sort of week. It's kind of you being very well protected and having very firm boundaries up around yourself. But for some of you, though, this is somebody around you who is sort of protective of you this week. So I'm not sure. I can't get a clear reading on who that might be for all of you there. But it may be different for everybody. But there may be sort of somebody standing up for you this week, and not letting people sort of walk all over you this week. It's a very strong, powerful energy, like I said, and it's somebody sort of coming to your defense, nurturing and protecting you. Okay, so whether that's you or somebody around you, it is a lovely protective kind of energy. Letting us know that there's a reason for your boundaries to be strong this week. Okay, so whether that's you or somebody else, there is a need to have strong boundaries and protect yourself this week. Okay, we also do have the flowers coming through, so beautiful energy. It does talk about reciprocal energy, giving and receiving. It is a sort of very, I am feeling for a lot of you, this may be actually a physical gift, a gift from the universe, those sorts of things. Somebody may be actually giving you an actual gift this week. I do sometimes get that coming through with the flowers. So if this is somebody, wanting to protect you, they may be coming towards you and giving you a gift that is somehow protective and showing you that they want to support you and they protect you. So for some of you, I am getting for some of you like totally random because we don't even have this in Australia. It's not really a thing here in Australia, but there's maybe one person out there who someone is actually going to give you bear spray or like mace or something like that. Okay, so I don't really even know much about the bear spray thing. I've just heard about it, from American culture, obviously, but so if you're going walking in the woods this week and you're somewhere where there is bears in the wild, someone may actually hand you some bear spray this week. So that's just maybe for one person. Okay, so very, very random. But other than that, this is a very reciprocal energy. Okay, so this is you giving love, time, energy to people, and people giving that to you in return. So you may be actually seeing this week, you starting to receive some of that love, time, energy being given back to you that you've put into other people. Okay. We also do have the key, which is a beautiful card as well. For positive energy, that's one of the best, I feel, because it is all about success. Okay. So it can definitely be talking about some successful opportunities headed your way this week. It's kind of like, unlocking the door to a brand new opportunity. There may be more than one opportunity, more than one door opening for you this week, but there is success on the other side of those. Okay, so don't be afraid to open some new doors this week. And it can also talk about, opening yourself up a little bit, like the key to your heart, so to speak, opening yourself up to others, and especially with that flowers energy, giving people a piece of your heart, and that actually opening a lot of opportunities with that person to have a more successful connection with that person in particular. Okay. Then when we're looking at the negative energy here, Libra, I do have a pretty straightforward message, and this is going to sort of be for majority of you, I feel. We do firstly have the fox. Um, that is actually followed by the tower. Okay, so the fox is, I feel that the fox is talking about a particular person, and with the tower, this is somebody either older than you or somebody from the past, somebody from your past. Okay, and that's come through with the snake as well. So what we're sort of seeing here is, oh, okay, I'm getting a second storyline here too, but for I feel like for everybody out there, every Libra out there, this is a person around you that's going to be in your energy this week. May very possibly be somebody from your past, but this is that fox type energy. So this is somebody who's very independent. They say what needs to be said. Okay, so for some of you, this out and out is a player type energy. Especially with the snake there as well, because with the snake, it can talk about passion and desire. So, physical intimacy and sexual encounters. So this definitely could be talking about a player from your past, wanting, coming knocking on your door going, hey, can we have a hookup, or, can we just have a casual thing? So for some of you, that's definitely what that is. It's coming through as a negative, okay? Because this person, as a negative, the fox only cares about themselves. They only care about getting their own needs met. They're not, they're not someone who gives equally. They're not. It's one-sided relationships with the fox as a negative. It's not this reciprocal energy that we saw in your positive there. So definitely be on the lookout for somebody coming to you, for something very casual, because that will be all they're after is something very casual, get their own needs met. They are sort of saying what they think you want to hear type energy with that fox. Okay, so the fox is very clever, crafty, tricky energy. Okay, so for others of you, this fox energy is somebody trying to trick you. Okay, so especially with that snake energy, because the snake does have underlying tones of deception. Okay, so these two cards sort of together, it does let me know that somebody is going to be trying to trick you. They may be using very clever, they may be wording themselves very cleverly, but it's actually they're trying to deceive you. They're trying to trick you. Okay, so just be on the lookout for that. Um, yeah, they're just coming through as very slippery with how they're telling you something. They're going to be telling you something, but it's going to be sort of very sort of slippery information. They're not telling you the full extent Okay, it's coming through as deception by omission with that fox energy. So they're trying to deceive you by not telling you the full story. It's somebody that's going to, be telling you something about something that's happened, but they're not actually telling you the entire story. Okay, I'm just going to grab another card and see if we can get a bit more info about what that's about. Okay, for those Libra who this is a deceptive energy, what is that deception, please? What is that deception in regard to? Okay, we've got the crossroads coming through here. So they're trying to, the crossroads is about choices and decisions. Okay, so they're trying to push you to make a certain choice. They're trying to deceive you into making the wrong choice. Someone who is coming to you with these are your these are your options, and they're trying to push you to make a certain choice. Okay, and they're not telling you the full extent of the story. So they're not actually being fully honest about the full choice that you're making, or they're trying to push you toward a certain choice. They're trying to push you down one particular path. Whereas if you actually stop and consider the situation fully, you may actually make the other choice. So this is somebody who is trying to sort of push you into a decision, or push you into a choice. But they're being a little bit deceptive about the full extent of what your choices even are. Okay, so if you're pushed to make some sort of choice or decision this week, I would be very, very careful about that, and doing your own research, looking into those options yourself, rather than taking anybody else's word for it. So with career type things, it lets us know, read the fine print. Check the fine print this week, especially when you are faced with some sort of, decision that you have to sign off on, and those sorts of things. Really check the fine print, and do your research, and make sure you are making the right choice for you, and not for what somebody is guiding you towards. Okay, because there's something just not being fully revealed to you, and someone is trying to trick you into making a certain choice that may not serve you the best. Okay, so if you are having to make some sort of a choice this week, definitely research the choices yourself, rather than taking anybody's word for it. Okay, very interesting. But we'll have some oracles. We'll get some oracles on the situations for you there. Okay. Advice for Libra with the negative energy around them this week. Advice for Libra with the negative energy around them this week. Okay, so we do have change coming through. So straight away, if you, with this choice that I'm talking about, don't be afraid of change. Okay, don't necessarily make the choice that leads away from change, because it's sort of letting us know that change may be what's necessary with this choice as well. Okay, just intuitively there when I saw that card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So really not being afraid of change this week. It may actually lead to things evolving, a lot of growth within situations, but sometimes that does involve things changing from how they currently are. All right, so just keeping no fear of change this week, Libra. We also do have friendship coming through. That does say, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. All right, so if you've got one particular person coming to you, asking you to make a choice, pushing you towards a choice, maybe asking other friends for their advice on the situation, for their interpretation of what's been said. Don't be afraid to ask a friend to join you. With meetings this week, asking a third party to be there with, any important meetings you might be having, even business dealings and those sorts of things. Don't be afraid to have, a third party there as like an objective witness to what's been said, because they may actually hold a bit of a clue for you, and you may be able to rely on their support more than you believe you can, especially too within your positive energy. We've got that, we've got that protective energy and that giving and receiving. So this definitely for some of you could be a friend looking out for your best interests, and them being able to sort of see that, hang on, this person's trying to deceive you here, Libra. Just and they may be able to sort of see through that, rather than you sort of being lured into the trap, so to speak. Okay, so definitely relying on support of your friends this week. Okay, so knowing that that if anyone's trying to push you into a decision, that you need to rely on the people that are truly looking out for you and protective of you, and don't want you to make a decision rashly. All right, so even though we're not being afraid of change this week, I'm feeling that we're not wanting to do anything rashly either. All right, okay, so get some oracles for you from the True Love Oracle. Okay, Libra. Positive energy around Libra this week, please. Okay, so we do have inner peace coming through for you, Libra. So finding your own inner peace, your own balance, taking that time to, like with that choices, don't rashly, make any decisions because you're feeling like, an emotional decision needs to be made quickly. No, find your zen, find your calm before you rush into any decisions. Okay, like we saw there, maybe relying on some friends to help protect you with any decisions you're making this week. But finding your inner peace, it does say at the top of that card as well. And she's actually reading a book entitled this. That she's reading a book here that's entitled "I Am Enough." Okay, and it does say at the top here, "You are enough." All right, so you are enough to, be worthy of making the right choices and finding, your zen, and telling people, look, I just need some time to mull it over before I actually go ahead with a choice. Okay, so you are enough all on your own to protect yourself and protect your boundaries. Okay, this is the boundaries card. So very interesting that we're seeing that coming through, because as I did state with the bear, that is one of its strongest points, is that it does have strong boundaries, and protecting those boundaries as well. And we are seeing boundaries coming back through as very important for you this week. So being very, very strong with your boundaries, and what lines you are not going to cross just within yourself. Okay, so not allowing people to push past your boundaries and sort of walk all over you. Definitely strong need to protect yourself this week, and have your boundaries very firm as to what you will and will not accept. Okay, so I do feel that there is a lot of chance for success this week with that key and those flowers. There's a lot of positive energy around you, but it feels like it's very dependent on you being strong within your own boundaries, and not allowing people to, push you into things, or cross your boundaries in any way. All right. So, but I am feeling once again that for a lot of you, there is someone around you who's going to help protect you this week and help you stand firm in your own boundaries as well. So, rely on that person that just wants to protect you. They are there to support and protect you. Okay. So that's what we have for you this week, Libra. I hope that helps. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But hopefully I will see you all again soon.